Just like when you're out for a long run or on the trail, sometimes you have to adapt. Can't use the home office area today. Tried the front yard. Neighbors getting construction done. So, taking the studio outside today. That's going to hold my camera. Hello again, everyone. Dog Walker Dave here. Either welcome to or back to the channel. Today on the channel, I'll be going over my review of the New Balance 1080 version 10 fresh foam after at least 400 kilometers of use. Now I know some of you are saying, well, Dog Walker, that's a version 10. They're already on version 11. These are old. Hey, I'm old too. I've had these for several months. And because I have so many shoes in my rotation, most of them are trail, it takes a while to rack up some kilometers on my road shoes. So that's why this review is out probably 6 months, if not a year later than some of the other reviews on YouTube. The New Balance 1080 version 10 fresh foam. So I'm going to go over some things that I've observed about the shoe and things that I like, and there's a couple of things that I'm not a big fan of. First of all, the fit, and not in a teenage way, hey, I like your fit. The fit of the shoe, the sock-like mesh upper right here is quite breathable, and it is very stretchy. It reminds me of a pair of Nike sock racers that I had way back in the 1980s in my triathlon days. The toe box tapers quite sharply. It is a nice wide platform though. Bottom of the shoe, wide platform at the toe. But there is quite a bit of a taper here. So if you have wider feet, these may not be the shoes for you. This mesh upper takes a little while to break in, several runs to break in. But after more than 400 kilometers of use, there is no sign of wear on this upper at all. On the heel counter, this curved Achilles tendon flare flares out very nicely, does not irritate your Achilles tendon whatsoever, relatively flexible, but it does take a little bit to get used to, just the feel of the heel counter. The tongue is semi-gusseted. I think all shoes should have a semi-gusseted tongue, and the tongue itself has a good thickness. I'm not a fan of really thin tongues like I have on some of my other shoes. This has a good thickness to it. Not too thin, not too thick, just right. The joys of filming outside during the day. Cars going back and forth. Pure later, drop off, FedEx drop off. Just gonna wait for the UPS truck to show up or the Amazon delivery. How about the ride? This fresh foam midsole is fantastic. It's got a good feel to it for me. It's not too soft. It's quite responsive. And even though there are crease lines in the midsole after 400 kilometers, and they're probably there even after about 100 kilometers, it is still giving a tremendous amount of energy return. It's not a soft ride. I consider it a very responsive ride, which is something that I am looking for in a running shoe. As far as the outsole goes, it's a blend of exposed midsole material and blown rubber. It's showing very little signs of wear over more than 400 kilometers of use. What else about the shoe? Well, it's not all perfect. The one major gripe I have, and I'm not sure if this is a me issue, something that I've done wrong by slipping my foot into the shoe and not untying it enough, but the heel counter on both shoes, more the right than the left, again, that might be a me problem, it is broken in several different places. I'll switch over just to show you a little bit more audible movement of that heel counter to show that it's broken. I have never had this happen in any running shoe, and I've been running for about 38 years. So what are my overall thoughts? Aside from the annoying heel counter issue, although it does not bother me at all when I run, and I've put 30-kilometer runs on these shoes. Aside from the heel counter issue, this shoe has served me very well for the last several months. I anticipate it's going to go at least 300 kilometers, 400 kilometers more before I have to retire this to gardening status. And since a lot of reviewers on YouTube do a bang-up job of putting all the nitty-gritty statistics, go over the stack height, the durometer readings, all that kind of stuff, I'm just going to leave all the stats in the description below. This is where it's going back to you. If you own a pair of the version 10 or even the version 11, what do you think of them? Do you find them to be a good running shoe, a great running shoe? Has anybody else had this heel counter problem that I have? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. That's it for now, everyone. If you found this video educational and or entertaining, especially with all the trucks and traffic going by and not filming in a studio because I don't have the budget for that as of yet, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again for taking the time to watch the video, everyone. Have yourself a great day. Peace. You're not going to get a fake review, that's for sure.